Good morning, and welcome to 𝗥𝗵𝗲 show. Thank you for always tuning in, and we always value your time. That time is valuable, and you guys are here with us, so we really appreciate. And 80% is showing up for you. And today I'm going to be taking up the conversation. I'm going to be talking about your mindset. And the show is about real estate and mindset. And together, Ria and I, we sort of bridge the gap so that you achieve success. But before I do so, I want to introduce myself. And my name is 𝗥𝗵𝗲.
My name is Ria, and welcome to our show.
All right. And today I want to talk about choosing risks. Yes, exactly. Because if you're not choosing risks, then you simply are not living to your full potential. So this is what we're just gonna share my screen and talk about today is taking risks. Now, how many of us are actually taking risks in our lives? Because if you're not taking risks, then you are simply not living, you are not living to your full potential. And this is what happens is that when we are not living to our full potential, so as I was saying, what I want to talk about today is choosing different set of risks. Now, first of all, I want to know how many of you are actually taking risks in your lives? How many of you are actually, taking that quantum leap? Because when it comes to, so number one, when it comes to obstacles or challenges that you have in your life today, in your business, in your line of work, you have challenges from, your boss giving you tasks to do, challenges that, you have to always upgrade yourself, right? That's a challenge, because if you're new to, doing certain things, certain tasks, then that is a challenge, because then if you're not used to doing, or you're not used to doing those set of tasks, the information that you are given, then how you overcome is, so that's the question here that I want to ask you. So how you overcome the challenges is by taking the risks, is by, number two, is by taking the leap. And here what I'm saying is, taking the leap is by saying, yes to the tasks at hand. And what it comes down to, and as always, when I talk about mindset in this instance, what I'm referring to is, when it comes to your mindset, is by taking that chance. And what this comes down to is your beliefs. And this also is how you are conquering every single day. Because I know it's very if I can just give an example, because I know this is very, very deep, and especially if you're not used to taking risks. If you're not used to taking risks, right, you will never know as to if you could have accomplished. And this It doesn't matter what industry you're in, whether it's real estate, you know, your business, it does not matter what it is. But what it comes down to is every single day, are you taking the risk? Every single day, are you improving? Right? Because if you are conquering your life today in business or in life in general, right, is, you know, just being and overcoming those obstacles, because obstacles are a stepping stone, right? The challenges are a stepping stone. But then how many of you, so the question comes down to the question, how many of you are actually doing that? How many of you, put your hand, how many of you are actually taking that stepping stone, that bridge? It's a bridge, it's a gap between where you are. And this is what I want to ask you, and ask yourself this question every day in business. And it does not matter what it is, but I want you to always ask yourself this question. This is how you set yourself up for success, is ask yourself, where am I? Right? So this is the question I want to ask. Number one, where am I? Because once you know where are you, then number two is, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? And when you can answer these questions, where do I want to go? That's going to be that bridge, right? That bridge. And if you remember, I talked about this when we talked about the knowing, doing gap. Because it's the gap that we have in ourselves. The gap is what we know we should be doing, what we know that needs to get done, but are we doing that? Are we doing? And if you're not doing, that means you're procrastinating. And why do people procrastinate? People procrastinate because they are not taking the chance. They are not willing to do what needs to get done. So that is the knowing, doing gap. You know you need to do it, but you don't do it. And you know you need to do it, but you're not doing. So it is a catch-22, because, you know, you're not doing, you're not taking that chance. And I'm just going to stop it right here. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer the questions. But I'm just going to stop it right here because, you know, it is very, very important that every day we take that chance, and every day we improve. And how we can improve is by taking the risks, because you got to take the risk. If you're not willing to take the risk, then you're not going to ever know you could have improved in life, in business. So take the risk, take the quantum leap, because that's what this chapter is about. When you choose a different set of risks, a different set of risks will show you what you need to do. These risks will show you, are there for you, and to tell you as to, you know, what are you doing? How are you taking the chances on you? Because you're going to take that chance on you, first of all, because if you don't, no one else will. So I want to, you know, just drop it in the chat if you do have any questions. I know this is actually very deep, because when it comes to mindset, yes, it is very, very deep. And this is the only way that you can start to improve on your life. So if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them, but you can always drop it in the chat. Let us know as to what were your biggest takeaways from this chapter. And
one of the things that I'd like to just mention, since you mentioned the word procrastinate, right? Getting the obstacle, right, taking chances, is yes, my mentor once told me that we all have priorities. It's not the word, or we have to look at it differently. We just prioritize things differently. So it's not that we're procrastinating, our priorities are just different. So one of the things that she told me to overcome the procrastination is to, one, ask myself, so if, for example, let me be granular, for example, exercise, getting healthy, and you don't want to, exercise because why? It's, you say, I don't have the time to exercise.
Yeah.
But you're prioritizing either watching TV or, watching TV or looking at Facebook, scrolling down and looking at what others are doing. So it's not that you are procrastinating on exercising. It's just you have a different priority. Your priority could be watching the TV or scrolling down to Facebook and to see what your friends are doing. So instead, ask yourself, if I exercise every day, will this make me a healthier person? Will this make me a better person, 1 year from now, 5 years from now? If that is a yes, if that's your future yes, if you want to say,
Right.
yes, I want to be a healthy me, then go do it. Prioritize on getting healthy.
That's right.
Exercise. That's
exactly. Exactly. No, that's a shame that that's a great point. It all comes down to priorities. What do you do? What priorities is important to you? Because if it's important, then you will do it. If it's not important, then yes, of course you're not going to do it. But then yes, at the every day is, what are you willing to do that will get you closer to where you want to go? And that's exactly what I said. Knowing, doing, gap. Your knowing is, yes, you want to you want to improve in your business, you want to get healthy, knowing that you should be doing, but you're not doing. So yeah, absolutely, is your priorities. Your priorities will always determine as to how closer you are getting to where you want to go, what you want to do. And absolutely, so prioritize yourselves. And I really want to challenge you, and as always, I always want to challenge you and challenge yourself, and ask yourself the questions that I mentioned. Ask yourselves, where am I going? What do I want to do? Where do I see myself improving in that area? And then do it. So that's my challenge for you today. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in to the 𝗥𝗵𝗲 show. We appreciate you. We always value your time, and make the rest of the day the best of your day, because this is what we want. See you guys same time tomorrow. Thank you, Ria.
Thank you, Alka.
Awesome.
See you next week.
See you then.
All right. Bye.
All right. See you then. Bye.